Question number 1. Why is diffusion insufficient to meet the oxygen requirements of multicellular organisms like humans? Answer. Unlike the unicellular organisms, the multicellular organisms have complex body structure with specialized cells and tissues to perform various necessary functions of the body. Since these cells are not in direct contact with surrounding environment, so simple diffusion cannot meet the oxygen requirement of all these cells. Question number 2. What criteria do we use to decide whether something is alive? Answer. Any visible movement such as walking, breathing or growing is generally used to decide whether something is alive or not. However, a living organism can also have movements which are not visible to naked eye. Therefore, the presence of life processes is a fundamental criterion that can be used to decide whether something is alive or not. Question number 3. What are outside raw materials used for by an organism? Various outside raw materials used by an organism are as follows: food as source of supplying energy and materials, oxygen for breakdown of food to obtain energy, water for proper digestion of food and other functions inside the body. The raw materials required by an organism will vary depending on the complexity of the organism and its environment. Question number 4. What processes would you consider essential for maintaining life? Answer. Life processes such as nutrition, respiration, transportation, excretion, etc. are essential for maintaining life. Page number 101. Question number 1. What are the differences between autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition? In autotrophic nutrition, food is synthesized from simple inorganic raw materials such as carbon dioxide and water. In heterotrophic nutrition, food is obtained directly or indirectly from autotrophs. This food is broken down with the help of enzymes. Chlorophyll is required. Chlorophyll is not required. Food is generally prepared during daytime. Food can be obtained at all time. All green plants and some bacteria capable of autotrophic nutrition. Fungi and all animals have this type of nutrition. Where do plants get each of the raw materials required for photosynthesis? Answer. The following raw materials required for photosynthesis. Number 1. Carbon dioxide. Plants get carbon dioxide from atmosphere through stomata. Second, water. Plants absorb water from soil through roots and transport to leaves. And sunlight. Plants utilize sunlight by chlorophylls and other green parts of the plant. Question number 3. What is the role of the acid in our stomach? Answer. The hydrochloric acid present in our stomach dissolves bits of food and creates an acidic medium. In this acidic medium, enzyme pepsinogen is converted to pepsin, which is protein digestive enzyme. Acid in our stomach also kills harmful bacteria. Question number 4. What is the function of digestive enzymes? Answer. Digestive enzymes such as amylase, lipase, pepsin, trypsin, breaking down the complex food into simpler ones. These food particles then absorbed by blood and transported to other parts of the body. Question number 5. How is the small intestine designed to absorb digested food? Answer. The small intestine has millions of finger-like projections called villi. This villi increases the surface area for more efficient food absorption. Within this villi, many blood vessels are present that absorb the digested food and carry it to the bloodstream. Page number 105. Question number 1. What advantage over an aquatic organism does a terrestrial organism have with regard to obtaining oxygen for respiration? Answer. Terrestrial organisms take up oxygen from the atmosphere, whereas aquatic animals obtain dissolved oxygen from water. Air contains more oxygen than water. As oxygen is more in atmosphere, terrestrial organisms do not have to breathe faster to get more oxygen as compared to aquatic animals. Therefore, terrestrial organisms do not need adaptation for gaseous exchange. Question number 2. What are the different ways in which glucose is oxidized to provide energy in various organisms? Answer. At first, glucose is broken in the cytoplasm of cells of all organisms. This process yields a 3-carbon molecule compound called pyruvate. Further breakdown of pyruvate takes place in different manners in different organisms. The diagram of glucose breakdown by various pathways is shown in the figure. Anaerobic respiration. In anaerobic respiration, the breakdown of pyruvate takes place in the absence of oxygen. For example, in yeast during fermentation. In this case, pyruvate is converted to ethanol and carbon dioxide. On the other hand, in aerobic respiration, breakdown of pyruvate takes place in the presence of oxygen. Here, 3 molecules of carbon dioxide in water is produced, and release of energy is more than anaerobic respiration. Lack of oxygen. When there is a lack of oxygen in our muscles, pyruvate is converted to lactic acid and causes cramp. Question number 3. How is oxygen and carbon dioxide transported in human beings? Answer. Transport of oxygen. The hemoglobin present in red blood cells takes up the oxygen from the air to the lungs. They carry the oxygen to tissues which are deficient in oxygen. Transport of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide mostly transported from body tissues in the dissolved form in our blood plasma to lungs, where it diffuses from blood to air in the lungs and then expelled out through nostrils. Question number 4. How are the lungs designed in human beings to maximize the area of exchange of gases? Answer. Lungs contains millions of alveoli which provide a surface for the exchange of gases. In the wall of alveoli, an extensive blood vessel network present. By lifting our ribs and flatten the diaphragm, this says cavity becomes spacious. Air is sucked into the lungs and alveoli. The oxygen from the breath diffuses into the blood, and carbon dioxide from the blood brought from the body diffuses out into the air. Page number 110. Question number 1. What are the components of the transport system in human beings? What are the functions of these components? Answer. The main components of the transport system of human beings are the heart, blood, and the blood vessels. Heart pumps oxygenated blood throughout the body. It receives deoxygenated blood from various parts of the body and sends this impure blood to lungs for oxygenation. Blood helps in the transport of oxygen, nutrients, carbon dioxide, and nitrogenous waste. The blood vessels carry blood either away from the heart to various organs or from various organs back to the heart. Question number 2. Why is it necessary to separate oxygenated and deoxygenated blood in mammals and birds? Answer. It is necessary to separate oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood to maintain efficient supply of oxygen to the body. This system is essential in animals that have high energy need and also for body temperature control. Question number 3. What are the components of transport system in highly organized plants? Answer: in highly organized plants, there are two types of conducting tissue: xylem and phloem. Xylem conducts water and minerals from the soil to rest of the plant. On the other hand, phloem transports food materials from leaves to other parts. Question number 4. How are water and minerals transported in plants? Answer: water and minerals are transported through xylem cells from soil to the leaves. The xylem cells of roots, stems, and leaves are interconnected to form a conducting channel that reaches all parts of the plant. The root cells takes ion from the soil. This creates a difference between concentration of ions of roots and soil. Therefore, there is a steady movement of water into the xylem. An osmotic pressure is formed and water and minerals are transported from one cell to other cell due to osmosis. The continuous loss of water takes place due to transportation. Due to transportation, suction pressure is created, as a result of which water is forced into the xylem cells of roots. Question number 5. How is food transported in plants? Answer: phloem transports food materials from the leaves to different parts of the plant. The transportation of food in phloem is achieved by utilizing energy from ATP, which helps in creating osmotic pressure that transport food from the area of high concentration to lower concentration. Page number 112. Question number 1. Describe the structure and functioning of nephrons. Nephrons are the basic filtering units of kidneys. Each kidney possesses large number of nephrons. The main components of the nephron are glomerulus, Bowman's capsules, and a long renal tubule. Functioning of a nephron: the blood enters the kidney through renal artery, which branches into many capillaries associated with glomerulus. Water and solute are transferred to the nephron at Bowman's capsule. In the proximal tubule, some substances such as amino acids, glucose, and salts are selectively reabsorbed, and unwanted molecules are added in the urine. The filtrate then moves down in the loop of Henle, where more water is absorbed. From here, filtrate moves upwards into the distal tubule and finally into the collecting duct. Collecting duct collects urine from many nephrons. The urine formed in each kidney enters a long tube called ureter. From ureter, it gets transported to the urinary bladder and then into the urethra. Question number 2. What are the methods used by plants to get rid of excretory products? Answer: plants get rid of excess of water by transportation. Waste materials may be stored in the cell vacuoles or as gum and resin, especially in old xylem. Some waste also accumulated in the leaves that later fall off. Question number 3. How is the urine produced regulated? Answer: the amount of urine produced depends on the amount of excess water and dissolved waste present in the body. Some other factors such as habitat of an organism and ADH, antidiuretic hormones, also regulate the amount of urine produced.